over whatever that is. And maybe after this live stream, I'll do another one. Le Wolf Among Us. The final episode. Hopefully, I can figure out what the hell is going on with the Crooked Man. He seems to be in charge of everything. But is that really the case? Like, everybody who is in debt in the whole city of Fable, or New York, rather, they relied on him. But in the process of relying on him, they didn't get, like, the favors that they wanted. So, episode 5, Cry Wolf. I'll just let the intro speak for itself.
I mean, your eyes and the teeth. You're not really supposed to do that, are you?
Not if I can avoid it.
Something tells me we're gonna see Big B's big transformation.
No.
Holly's sister, Lily.
Do you even give a shit about us? The strays.
Yeah.
That's why you can't tell me anything. It's the ribbon, isn't it?
We're destroying the tree. No!
We're not burning the tree, Snow.
Hey, you're not really gonna send me to the farm, are you?
Yeah, you are.
The rules are the rules. I don't get to make them, I just enforce them.
Bullshit.
Something tells me I'm gonna have to deal with Bloody Mary.
God, Bigby!
This time was no joke. Eat as many metal shellings as you see fit, but take just one more silver round near your heart, and the only place I'll be visiting you is the morgue.
Bigby, wait. When you get the Crooked Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial.
Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss.
I did agree to talk for the purpose of formalities and to at least hear what this person has to say. Intro sequence. Just a heads up, I'm just getting over whatever that sickness is, so... I don't know, it's some minor form of acute bronchitis or some throat infection. I don't know what it is, but I'm taking some epinephrine to get over it. So, hopefully I won't sound as messed up as Big B all throughout the last of this, but I will be able to sound a whole lot better in the oncoming weeks, but sometimes it takes a while to get better. Now let us begin. Episode 5. Cry Wolf.
You've come a long way. You must be tired.
No, just sick. Yeah. Yeah, start talking.
And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently. Please, Sheriff, relax for a moment, will you? Do you want a drink? Something to eat? Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant.
I'm here for one reason.
It's lobster.
I'm here for one reason, and it's not to eat your fucking food.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm here to talk and call you in.
What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna...
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating. So don't waste your silver. Sit down, Jersey. Well, Sheriff, for the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here?
I'm trying to find out who's...
everyone's nerves, I think.
You tried to
forget
kill
what
me.
happened at the pudding and pie? You and your goons tried to kill me.
I'm truly sorry for that whole debacle. It was not my intention to put you or Miss White in any sort of danger. My wish was merely to take Crane, Sheriff. And as soon as the assignment grew out of control, I put a stop to it. I know that that doesn't change what happened to you. And I can only offer my sincerest apologies.
Yeah, Snow stopped
You
it, not
didn't
you.
stop it out of the kindness of your heart. You stopped it because Snow White offered up Crane.
That may have appeared to you to be the case, but I assure you, it wasn't. And I hope you believe me when I say, Sheriff, I sincerely mean to make it up to you. The recent murders that have gotten such attention as of late, I don't relish telling you that they were perpetrated by an employee of mine. It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you that the matter will be dealt with internally. I just want to settle the issue for you, and to assure you that it's over with. You really don't
I know who did
need
it.
to
Who did
worry
it? I know who did it.
yourself further.
I think I know who did
I
it.
already know who did it.
Forgive me, Sheriff, for doubting your acumen, but who do you think committed these crimes? It's been
It wasn't
a
Bloody
couple of
Mary.
days for you.
She had nothing to do with anything. It wasn't Tweedles. It wasn't the Crooked Man. He wasn't in it.
It was Georgie, all right?
Georgie had something to do with it.
Well done, Sheriff.
Ooh,
doubted you.
I actually did get it.
However, like I said, I'd be handling the matter if you don't mind.
Georgie was behind the shit.
What? You should have just kept your
Why'd you do it?
fucking belonged.
Why'd you do it? Why kill them?
Does it matter?
Look, the fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, let's work something out.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Your protection has limits, and I think you've far exceeded yours. But you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this.
And
you
then
told me
attempt
to
to
kill
blame
him.
me for it. You will be silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, this. You're just gonna let him do this?
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms? You can have Georgie. Consider a gift, ensuring our continued cooperation.
What the hell?
Fine, let's talk.
Let's talk.
You can't just hand me over. What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us.
For minor infractions, not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
What's wrong with you people? You're really gonna sell him out just like
You
that?
think I give a fuck if I'm the
What
one?
the?
Who the shit do you think you fuckers
Just
are?
surrender. Get the fuck out of here.
I do apologize, Sheriff, but I think it's best if you leave now.
There's no way I'm going with him. Are you kidding me?
Not without Georgie.
Unpleasant,
He's
and I
coming
would
with me.
rather you weren't
And I'll talk to you later.
You can go join that hole at the bottom of the lake for all I give a shit. But he's not taking me anywhere. I'll roll over on the lot of you before I let that shit happen.
What are you saying?
I'm not leaving
I'm
without
not
Georgie.
going anywhere.
This could have gone so well. To speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
What the?
Did
Well,
I
I-
miss anything good?
Oh,
Well,
figures.
look at you, all fixed up.
Yeah. To deal with you again. The lesbian has come back from her place. Alright, I'm gonna deal with you. Because I don't think I have dealt with you.
Take this!
Crap. Nope. What the? Did I just blast a portal?
Come on, we're pretty much done here.
Georgia, you're going down.
I'd like to say it was nice knowing you.
Ooh. Okay. I'm way too strong for this shit. Stabbing him in the gut. Yep. I got Georgie. Yep.
This way.
Somehow R2 still works with L2, even though I pressed the wrong button. Georgie, you're gonna get it.
Shit!
I know.
The hell? Can I just go up to a car and pick it up? Nah, no. Somehow I turned into a fucking werewolf in less than a few seconds. Whips! Why would two buses want to collide in on each other? I'm taking the high road. Oh, werewolf style. Yeah.
Fuck! What was that?
Alright, tear that tin can open. Tear the window open.
Take him off!
I can't.
No. Oh, they're coming.
It.
Are you sure?
Do it!
No.
He's not moving.
Keep going!
Come on.
Okay.
Where does he think he's going? He's been stabbed. And of course he finds a pile of clothes right there that he can take right off the bat. I somehow knew it was Georgie. Why? Well, first of all, there's a cassette tape in Lily's apartment at the same room that Crane was there. Number one, he never looked at any of the evidence. He always had something really good to say. That's not to say anyone who argues out of their way, but number three, when TJ said something along the lines of his testimony of who did it, he said something about stop laughing. Someone who gave orders. And I just noticed that Georgie also gave orders to Han. That's the only thing I know. At least in that manner. It seems like I'm just connecting it all together. Ugh.
Come on. Stay here.
Hang on. I need a minute.
Okay.
Listen.
How did this happen? Can you stand up? It's okay. Take your time. Slowly.
It's no fucking use. No way I'm walking out of here. Well, it won't be your fault.
Here. It's gonna be...
Alright, that's it. I'm going in. Georgie Porgy of the Puddin' and Pie.
Hello, big
You're under arrest for murder.
I hope you'd come to your senses. Crooked Man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go. That it, Sheriff?
You're coming with me.
I'm taking you in, Georgie. Let's go.
You gonna carry me?
Please, Sheriff. Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
And why are you
Can't
protecting
seriously
him?
want to protect this guy. You know what he did.
I'm not going anywhere.
You're gonna take what I
Is it
said and
his
hold that.
fault?
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What?
He made sure they couldn't talk with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered...
Of course it does. Those girls...
So it's all my fucking fault then?
I
You
didn't mean
fucking... You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck? I did what I had to! You can't fucking blame me for that.
Look,
Then why
Why'd you
did you do
it
it?
then, huh? If it's not your fault, then what the fuck happened?
Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the Crooked Man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. 'Cause it's not my fault.
You're still responsible.
The one who pulled the trigger. Nobody held your hand and made you go through with it.
Fine. Believe what you want. I can tell you've made up your mind. Doesn't matter if it's fucking true or not. Go ahead and arrest me then. But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Nerissa.
Don't try to
And I'm just
put
sat taking the fall for the
arresting next to killing.
It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault. But what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby. How could you know? At the end of the day, you're just like him.
You could have let him
You
go.
could have done anything else. You could have let them go. You could have freed Faith and Lily from those fucking ribbons instead of murdering them.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If I freed them... What would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die. Do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you doing?
I told you.
What do you
are
mean?
you talking about?
This is the original. The girl with the ribbon. I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it off, couldn't talk about it. She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet. To ensure absolute discretion.
You promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie? We were supposed to look out for each other. I trusted you.
You can't fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
I know
So
that.
those were your
but did
ribbons.
it have to be like this?
Wait, those were your ribbons? You're in on this? I thought you cared about them.
I do. Of course I do. You have to understand, nobody was supposed to die.
Then why give him potential to do so?
It was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were gonna be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. Then the Crooked Man showed up and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
What are you doing?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
Stop it!
We'll
find another way.
She doesn't have to die. Maybe the witches
Don't talk
can...
about me like I'm not even here. Please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either
Of
of
course
yours
you
to
do.
give up in the first place.
I didn't say you didn't.
It's your life.
I know what I've done.
Wait.
I'm sick of everyone thinking that they can just do what they want with my life.
But don't let your
Thought it would be
emotions get the
different
better
here.
of you.
But it's all the fucking stuff.
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily? To all of them.
Vivian, wait.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them. What I took away from them. I look at Nerissa and I hate myself.
Vivian.
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian, don't. Vivian, no!
Crap.
No,
That's
no,
what happened.
no. Why'd you have to do that, Vivian? Vivian.
Just...
Jesus.
Jesus.
Ugh.
Vivian, I didn't fucking mean it. I was just... Oh! Oh, fuck!
Get up. Get up!
Don't think so, Bigby. I'm gonna die here. I think we both know that. Just
Nah.
make sure you give the crooked man the same treatment when you find him. Really fuck him up for me, alright?
Why do you care so much?
Why do you care? Wouldn't you be more worried about yourself here?
Just wanted a nice image to part on. Old foundry by the river, alright? Shepherd Metalworks. He'll be there. Fucking asshole. You wanna
And I'll
finish
be
me
there
off
as well.
Or do you plan to kick me around a little first? Rip my limbs off one by one? That's what you want to do, right? Well, whatever it is, just get
That's
it
not
over.
who I am.
It's not who I am.
Prove it then. No more games, all right? We both know how this ends. Just make it quick. I know what I did.
Nah.
What? You're just gonna leave me here?
I'll send someone.
For your body. Both of you.
Fuck you! Piece of shit.
Nah. Like I said, I'm not that kind of person that just kicks people around. Ugh. So, Vivian was behind the whole ribbons thing, which is why Lily and Faith lost their heads. So, that murder's been put away, but the real question is, what about the Crooked Man? Does he bear any accountability or responsibility? Does he still have some hand in it by saying he wasn't having a hand in it? Like, where does the line of responsibility come from?
Still more. He's here, all right.
Yeah, he's here. Is there anything else I can look at before I go inside? Can I go in the far corner? Nope. Alright, time to go inside. What, it's locked? Nah, it's just a little bit rusted. Something tells me I'm gonna deal with some hard-hitting stuff. What is it with a door at the end of the hallway? The most cliche thing. The door at the end of the hallway. Especially this kind of a hallway. Why is it that everything turned on? Kind of reminds me of Max Payne and the Cold Steel Factory. But just more cartoony and comic book like.
The big bad wolf.
Bloody Mary. The frickin' lesbian. Just a heads up, I don't have anything against lesbians. I wish I had a lesbian girlfriend. This one is just frickin' evil. So, Bloody Mary knew about everything, including that.
I used to fear you. They'd hide anywhere their small shivering bodies would fit.
I'd ask they, but I'm not gonna play the porno game. But I am gonna question your idea of why people fear me. And why you idolize that so much. What do we got? Silver bullets? Yep.
Silver.
The big bad wolf.
What the? Ow.
It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you've finished, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get
You're
out of
right,
my
this
way.
won't take long.
Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
Oh, I'm talking to you.
I'm talking to you.
Didn't your mother ever teach you manners? Or was she too busy fucking whatever breeze drifted through town?
She wants it.
This is just sad.
Nah. You start it. I'm throwing you down. What the? How the hell did she just get back up that quick? Out of sight. Is she behind me right now? She has some, like, teleporting powers. Weird. I know I'm gonna face Bloody Mary right now. Oh, she's around. Last place. Yeah, she's hiding around here. She's here. Oh, crap! That was too quick. Oh, it's gonna be like that. Oh, I see. The lesbian must go. I better get ready for anything. Got that one. Got that one. You might be quick, but I'm quicker.
Come out and face me.
Ooh, you are shifty bitch. This shifty bitch. You love to shift around a lot. You shifty bitch. If I move, she moves quick. Nope. Too fast. Somehow she hasn't. No, on his backside. Alright, time to get ready. Alright. What? Wait. Uh-oh. There's more of her. Time to deal with all of them at once. Deal the... Oops. Oh, crap. Nope. Crap. They're hitting hard. No, this is not a Game of Thrones moment where I'm going to fight a losing battle. Because that would suck. They're violent. Oh, they're violent. The hell? It just shattered. Oops. That's the one that got away. She's the legit one. She has no eyes. What? Crap, they keep firing on like Agent Smith. This is getting ridiculous. Which one? Don't know. Time to charge my laser. You're the last one. You're going down. Done. Well, good riddance. I only got rid of her. You're next. A silver bullet.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds of specially designed silver bullets. Now, I may not be the best shot, but I can guarantee that at least one bolt will meet its mark, and you'll find yourself rolling on the floor in agony, unable to heal yourself. Without Swinehart to save you, you'll die. Is that reason enough for you? Before you
Why you put the gun away?
I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
That's
right.
the plan.
But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite finished. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community.
Fine.
And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial.
Why would you want that?
For your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that? Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And
I'm
I
not
think
saying you
know
did.
that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
Then
You're
what
not a
are
killer?
you then?
Then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero?
This is
Fable
about
Town.
protecting Fabletown. When some asshole murders 2 of our people, it's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
All right,
Let's go.
Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say?
Nope.
I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
He has a way of talking himself out of it. I'm not saying everybody who talks themselves out of it is guilty, but you gotta draw the fine line between accountability. Yes, he did tell Georgie to fix it.
But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing
Are
happening?
we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to.
We got him.
He's back. My God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay?
But basically,
It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble.
fine.
At the Crooked Man's place.
It's nothing, I'm fine.
I guess you've
I'm
been
just so
worse.
freaking tired.
You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
At least brought him back in one piece.
Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girls.
think you have the right to
And what
just
about
do this
they?
to
Because
people?
they have
You're a
done
fucking
to deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White, but I thought it would be unwise to proceed with such faulty information.
Bigby, is that true?
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is the rotten scoundrel now?
I sent someone pick him up.
Still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he? Don't
worry about it.
It's done.
Justice has already been dispatched. Bigby executed him.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit
I didn't
has been
execute him.
punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment...
Go ahead.
Fine. Go right ahead.
Wait, that's not how this works. After the rest of your crimes are read through, then you will have an opportunity to defend yourself, but only then.
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And
kidnapping Crane.
Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you did.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's
Let him
done.
speak.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted
can
a
get a
chance to
say.
talk. Well, go ahead.
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
Well, everyone has a
Crooked
right.
Man has committed crimes against this government, and most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
So let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
I've
once.
always been a bit of a...
That's not what Georgie said.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
I wouldn't exactly call that help.
Helpful isn't the word I would use.
My comrades are another matter. And I'm sorry for the predicament they put you in. They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end.
See, you
They do,
really
yes,
don't
they
want
to
to...
protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man. Just to
They
save
didn't want to
someone.
protect you.
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all in line.
You forget it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Technically, he was.
Wasn't I?
We didn't abandon anyone. We've been trying to help them.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf?
I saved her tree.
Common. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that mattered.
I spared her a tree.
With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back. And in turn, we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself.
I helped her as well.
What did they do?
For the longest time, not much, but they asked me to come work for them.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor?
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Don't try to manipulate.
It's not gonna work. You can't manipulate us or these people. We're not here to talk about this.
Oh, we're not? Bigby just
This
means
is important, and I'm glad it's being talked about.
You know why I asked him to destroy your tree. You were working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can.
We'll do better.
Haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you from people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
And
we're not gonna tolerate this shit anymore. The debts are wiped. His business is closed. He's done.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him. Even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over. And those girls will have their justice.
I saved your tree. You could at least show some support.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded.
You need evidence.
Simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
You can't talk
your way out of this, Crooked Man.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this.
So we need evidence.
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you, for profit. Georgie killed them.
Let me just make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did, because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course.
Where are you going with this?
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated the poor woodsman when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch?
Nope.
Maybe he's right. Did you think we'd all just let that go?
No, Bluebeard did that.
Not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection.
I didn't smack the woodsman up. That was Bluebeard.
Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
Right. Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen,
Let's calm down.
I mean, a certain level of privilege should be afforded to me.
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more?
You're seriously trying to go that.
They idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children.
He's trying to make that little story.
Command your own destiny. Not me. Who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens?
I don't think there's any brutality.
Big bad wolf.
No brutality.
Bigby, Miss White.
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath?
What's she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Go ahead.
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body.
So, she can talk.
Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
She wanted you all free.
Wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
So
I'm
now she
sorry,
can talk.
I don't think
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
Well, this confirms it.
Confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the wishing well. No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You're done
talking.
crooked man. You had your chance.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's not good enough.
There will be more if he isn't
Then what is
stopped.
good enough?
So we get rid of him.
Dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision. Who?
I hope you're
I'll
not
do it.
suggesting yourself.
Look, I'm making the call.
Why should you?
He is the only officially appointed representative here.
Right. Bigby should decide.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine. Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf.
Public
it's
interest.
your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff.
Throw him down the well, lock him up, rip his head
What
off.
you think is right.
Lock him up.
Everyone, I'm...
Not this way.
Crap. No. What the hell? No.
There you are.
Nope. You trying to strangle me? You got that one.
Remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Lock him up.
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting.
Wait, you can't be
What
serious.
he's done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
Yeah. Lock him up.
All right, do it.
The north wind blows. You better not make a Game of Thrones reference. Oh, so tired from everything. The hell?
Not what I was expecting. Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Work is work, I guess.
Hey, Sheriff. I don't know if you remember me.
I know who you are, Flycatcher. You've worked at the Woodlands for how many years now?
I think I've lost count. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay. Great.
This fucking line.
Be thankful there is a line.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Everything all right?
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Okay.
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Now she's got to assume that position. Great. Well, looks like all the problems solved. But there's just one thing left. Flycatcher and everyone downstairs. Everyone who got sent to the farm.
I'm going! Jesus!
You only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me, for fuck's sake! I don't give a shit! You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit!
Don't be
Just
so
go
dramatic.
grab that, would you? It's just a farm. You don't have to be so dramatic about it.
Come on, Colin.
I'm walking, all right? Calm down.
Yeah, he got sent.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
What could it possibly be?
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her, she was nice.
Fine.
So
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best.
It's the bug collection.
It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little,
I'm sure
they have
she'll
these
like it.
pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
That's everybody.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
You'll be safer there.
You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around. And a nice river nearby. You can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Even in the daytime.
Don't worry about the Monday seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No.
Nah.
Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Well, Colin, looks like this time you're not getting out of this one. Sorry about this one.
You got another one of those? How about a smoke for the road? One last time? Can't be
fine.
easy getting cigs up at the farm.
Here, take it.
Thanks, Bigby. Always a gentleman, aren't you?
That's why I took the sparing route.
I guess I'll see you around now. Stay out of trouble, okay? If you even can.
I'll try.
Yeah, me too.
Grandmaster Librarian.
Saying goodbye?
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
You need to let it go.
That go. How are you gonna move on?
Bigby, I know you're trying to help. But this is just something I need to do on my own. Listen,
It's something I need to do on my own, cliche.
I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and we had this plan. We're gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
Narissa, what did you do?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
Georgie didn't do mercy.
You know that.
It could have been reasoned with. I was counting on that. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
Tell me more.
Can you tell me anything else?
I don't know what happened. But that night, at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us.
We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the crooked man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the crooked man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
Not a good idea to lie.
So you think that makes it okay to lie?
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her.
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The crooked man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith, or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
Well, I'm sure that won't happen anymore.
Different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
Ugh.
Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened.
Without you, none of this would have happened, cliche.
You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the crooked man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance.
Well, I hope I've done something good.
It was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
I was never bad in the first place. Wait. This is like the beginning of the game.
I need to tell you something. I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
They said they wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for. I'll see you around, Wolf.
So is there going to be a sequel? No. Oh well. Now, time to end this. What did you do to Georgie? You and 31.4% of players left Georgie to die. I don't know. Does everyone want to kill Georgie after he killed those two? Is that really the same thing to do? Yeah, I take the mercy route all the time. Let's see. Did you give the Crooked Man a trial? You and 89.6% of players brought the Crooked Man alive. Why? Once again, the mercy route. 1 second. Basically, I felt it was best to give him a trial. Like, what's the whole point of punishment? Let me give you a really messed up example. What's the point of it's like if you work a lot, you want to go on vacation. But if there's no work, what's the point of a vacation? for example, if you have a punishment, what's the point of a punishment if you can't have a trial? Or what's the point of having a trial if you can't have a punishment? That sort of thing. That's the mentality I'm going there. It's like, yeah, at the end we were going to punish the Crooked Man, but we had to have like a certain step. Like, not like a ritual, but trials are necessary. How did you punish the Crooked Man? You and 47.4% of players chose to imprison. Why? Ripping his head off or just throwing him down the well. Nah. That didn't seem fitting. Death is too easy for one such as him. Did you accept TJ's gift for Snow? You and 98.5% of players decided to accept TJ's gift. Huh. Wow. Everybody accepted TJ's gift. Almost everybody. Except for like 1.5%. What were your last words to Nurse say? You and 54.8% of players said, I hope I've done some good here. Well, I don't know if that's something to leave it with, but that is the end of The Wolf Among Us. So, special stats, you told him that you saw beauty outside the apartment. You refused to keep secrets for her. You fought him after the interrogation. You offered him protection at the business office. You gave him a drink when you asked for an apartment. You sent Colin to the farm. Crooked Man. You took him back to the witching well. You imprisoned him. You left him to die. Greenleaf. You offered her a job. Jack. You reported him to Snow for burglary. Lawrence. You went to his place first. Snow. You brought her along with you to the Trip Trap. You showed her Crane's photograph of her. You promised to bring the Crooked Man back alive. Yeah, I've agreed to a lot of what Snow has asked for. Tiny Tim, you chose away from him. Yeah, why not? TJ, you accepted his beetle and promised to give it to Snow. Woody, you chose to arrest him at the Trip Trap. Here. So that is... Those are some end credits. Nah. Yeah. That's it. That is The Wolf Among Us. Interesting game. I like the adult content. I like the story. I like the fact that, yes, it has the Telltale elements included because it adds more to the storyline arc in terms of individual choice. The story so far, it was like a typical murder story with like Brothers Grimm tales entwined in it. It's got a lot of things like the Swinehard, Ichabod Crane, a lot of things from like the Disney universe. It's interesting to see an adult content like someone ruin your childhood. Like I never had a childhood that much to be ruined in the first place, so that was interesting enough for me. In terms of gameplay, it wasn't too hard. Like all the Telltale games are easy. All you gotta do is make a choice between A, B, or C, and try to do a few quick time events in the process. Like there wasn't too much failure. If anything, there wasn't failure at all. I took the sparing routes most of the time. That's just me. But other than that, I like the gameplay overall. It was a good game. I liked it. A lot of people liked it. What else do I have to say? Well, aside from the fact that there wasn't much of anybody who joined in, but I didn't care. The whole point is, I enjoy the game, which is what games are supposed to be, for enjoyment. But a lot of people do it as like a social experiment. Like, I talk about games so that I can encourage people to have the same interests as me. It's one thing to have the same interests, but enjoy something for the purpose of enjoying it. Like, if you're going to a restaurant, don't take a picture of the food. Just eat the food and be done with it. Continue the story? What? There's more stories? Nah. I don't feel like buying the comic book. But in any case, the point is, games are meant to be enjoyed. Not just with others, but at least by yourself. You get this full experience by yourself. But in any case, thank you very much for joining the live stream. I appreciate if anybody has watched the video afterwards. So, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next live stream. Bye-bye.